So this is the weekly forecast for Forex and indices for week commencing 24th of July. The DXY first. I'm just gonna note the points of interest. I don't have a set bias right now, solid bias, which I think will happen straight away. Need to give it some time, I think. So we'll be looking at a few things here to note as points of interest. This fair value gap is one of them. Okay, I'd like to see a draw here. Previous week low is there as well. There's liquidity under that. So far, we seem to be closing in a premium and opening in a premium as well. I want to see if price can be held below this, not have a body close above the balanced price range. If that happens, they've got a reason to expect a move lower. If we do end up closing this completely, then of course you have these two relatively equal highs to him, and this fair value gap here as well. The Euro USD, again, points of interest. Just coming back to the DXY, actually, if I was to have a gun-to-head scenario, obviously with the economic calendar showing us that we have nothing major on Monday apart from these S&P figures, nothing Tuesday. Do have an interest decision on Wednesday. That's the main injection of volatility. And then, of course, jobless claimed and a lot of data coming out on Thursday, so big day as well, and ECB conference, so that'll be the biggest day of the week. And then, of course, ending with Friday, which obviously has a bunch of news as well. So these are the points of interest. Again, gun to my head, okay? It's only gun to head because I don't have solid bias right now. This is just points of interest note. We may see a run up here, and with the news might see a huge reversal, take us below, okay? That's just a gun to head scenario. I'm not co-signing this is exactly what happened. Okay. So with the same lens here, again, going back to the daily chart, you do have the weekly high from this week. You also have this small fair value gap I noted here, but of course we'll have to move a lot to get to it, 400 pip nearly. So that seems a little bit far-fetched for now. We do have a small pocket fair value gap here weekly. Just get rid of that. Going on the daily chart, however, again I want to see us come down. Points of interest wise, we have the balanced price range, on the weekly order block, daily daily fair value gap, weekly order block here. Okay, and this I would say is our next kind of point of return. Maybe even this actually. If price can be held, if these can act as support, then I'll expect a move here with the news injection of volatility. So again, that's gun to head that it might go up there. I'm 50-50, like it could do either one. Just fair value gaps here, there's fair value gaps here, there's order block, weekly, daily order block here, bunch of fair value gaps that be used. So again, these are all just points of interest. We have to still see individual days opening, closing to make a decision. And of course, if we do want to just completely collapse, of course, equals are here at target. And of course, this is pretty much the same as the other days. We have a target here, volume that we might want to get up to. Alternatively, we also have the daily. Have this low order block, fair value gap here. Should we gravitate towards that maybe? Or maybe go here and then go up. Daily order block remains to be seen. Finally, jumping on to the indices. do have my eyes on this old volume imbalance. I've put price grades over it. Okay. I do want to see us completely fill in the fair value gap here. This weekly fair value gap. And I think we have already nearly done it. So the low of that is 1125. High is 0925. So we do have a bit of space left to go. So we could see this previous weekly high overlapped. That's points of interest. And another point of interest for us is the daily gap. Order block can play a significant role, lending us support to go up to attack this. And again, these are just points of interest. I still don't have a strong bias on this. Although I would probably say, looking at the open, gun to head, I would probably, if we just keep going up in premium, maybe we're right here, and then come down into this and this fair value. Maybe this order. Nasdaq obviously has been a better runner to the upside than the E. Therefore, reasonably, we would then expect. Of course, we're not picking a top here. We never do that. It's never a good idea to do that. We can absolutely come down into a discount, find support here on this weekly block, and then of course just keep going, rallying higher. Take this high out, and this is again going to head. Preferably, what I think may happen is we might go up if we find resistance here. Body's closing below this fair value gap, then you can expect to move here. This daily fair value gap, maybe this low. So again, we have to observe the daily opens and closes, session opens and closes, how the market treats the news injections of volatility. All of that we're going to compile, and that will give us a very good idea, an indication, foresight of what price wants to do next. Okay. Thank you.